Hey guys, today I'll be showing you a game, the continuation of Sandbox 2, called Dunes, and I'll have an interview at 1:23. So enjoy. Pero dame ese. Okay, so I started with, hey Ver, I just wanted to interview you about a few questions. Then he sent smoking emoji. Alright. I asked, what is your main objective of the game? And what can players expect? Laughing emoji. Then he says, well, survive, loot, build up, and dominate in PvP. And, well, for the challenges, shh. Then I say, cat gif, staring at you, looking at you funny, says yes. Then I say, I see, what is the theme of the game based on? And what time period it's in? Question mark. Then he says, well, as previously mentioned, it's a survival game. The theme around Dooms is in the name, and it's located in a desert planet. He says, find out for yourself. And I say, so presuming it's in the future, right? And then he says, yeah. And I just ask, would the game have lore while exploring through the desert? Yes, of course. Then I ask, a lot of people are saying it's the new Dust 2, and they're worried for possible copyright strike, question mark, silly cat emoji. Then he says, I can see why a lot of people see Dunes as Dust 2, even though it's a completely different game. To be honest, the game was slightly inspired by Dust's gameplay and atmosphere, and people should not worry about the possible copyright strike, since all the assets are self-made. So you do not have to fear about Dunes getting the same fate as Dust. Monkey emoji. There isn't any way for it to get taken down. No, just double checking. No, it says no. Okay. Comfy cat emoji. Well, that's great, I say. And what about your previous game Sandbox? Question mark. Then he sends a scary black man. And then he says, Sandbox 2 is discontinued and the scripts will not be used for Dunes. We already have a completely different game, which is a lot better than the outdated Sandbox 2. So no more weird stuff happening. ... The Sandbox mode might not be on release immediately, but should follow up, allowing you to experiment with base designs and weapons. Whoa, that's cool. Then, I just say, and will players be able to make their own servers in Dunes? Then he says, yes, but not on release, but definitely will be included in the following months. Time emoji. Oh, talking about release, will the game be free? Question mark. He says no, it will not be free, and it is not planned to be free. This will prevent a lot of exploiters and stuff like that. Which makes sense. And what about future updates to the game? Shh. What? Is there anything I can know, please? Then he sends, can't say uranium about Yum. That's strange. Then I asked, will there be any character customization skins? He said, yeah, for sure. And I ask, will there be animated slash effects in certain scenes? And he says, yeah, there will be. And then I ask, will there be acquired cases or bundles? And he says both, which is pretty good. And I put out the cat emoji, because why not? Then I ask about players who don't want to spend as much money in the game, will they get into free playtime? Then he says they will get in-game rewards, achievements, or credits, which is pretty cool. Then I put in Monkey Island and ask what items be added. It says woof woof. Then I put a Goofy Out cat, just cause I like cats. Then I of course have to ask, will it be a huge panther? Like cat-like? Then he responds with a swag cat. I'm not sure what that means. Could that be a sign? Could be. And I say maybe, wink wink. And then I say, apart from the threats of animals and players, will there be anything to prevent players from reading monuments carefree? Then he responds with NPCs for some monuments, but mainly players, which is fair. And then I ask about any interesting bosses. He's like, monkey emoji. I'm like, monkey? I love monkeys. Hope y'all know this. Then I ask, will dudes receive weekly / monthly updates? And he says, our goal is weekly minor updates and monthly major updates with weekly wipes. And then I say, to finish off, what sets you apart from your competitors and how can you do better? Then he says, the map is inland, custom servers, traders, quests, and other unique features that players have to discover themselves. And the players decide if it's better or not. It's about to release in a month or so, wink wink, join the Discord. Then I say, shocked monkey emoji. I can't wait. And then he says Sigma, and I have to respond with a Skibbity Ohio taco. Hopefully after the interview, you understand a little bit more about Dunes and what it's about. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe. Join the Discord for more leaks and info on the game.